This week on Jersey Matters, the Project Veritas tape hits the New Jersey governor's race like a bombshell. We get reaction from both sides. One of the oldest colleges in the country may close. We speak with President Marquita Evans, who is fighting for Bloomfield College's survival. On the anniversary of Hurricane Sandy, weatherman Nick Pittman takes a look back and forward. And just in time for Halloween, a Jersey jaunt to the Paranormal Museum. Welcome to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti with only days to go before the New Jersey election. A bombshell video emerges in the race for governor between Democratic Governor Phil Murphy and Republican challenger Jack Ciattarelli. The conservative Project Veritas, led by provocateur James O'Keefe, records two Phil Murphy campaign workers talking about vaccine mandates.
Lo va a hacer, pero no podía hacerlo antes de la elección. Because they're into all that shit. My rights, my shit.
Do you think he'll do something about that, like the vaccine mandates and stuff?
I think so. I think the problem is right now, because it's election season, he's not going to have people say, like, we're going to have a mandate now.
We get reaction to the video from both the New Jersey Republican and Democratic parties. We begin with Philip Swibinski, spokesperson for the New Jersey Democratic Party. Phil, thanks for joining us. I want to talk about the Project Veritas tape that has been on the national news. It shows allegedly two members of the Murphy campaign saying in a secret recording that they were recorded without knowing it, that the Murphy campaign, Governor Murphy, is going to mandate vaccines after he is elected, but he's keeping that from the public right now. What is your reaction generally? And then I want to ask some specifics about it.
Well, thank you, Larry, for having me on. I think our reaction generally is that it's really unfortunate that Jack Ciattarelli continues to align himself with these extreme right-wing groups like Project Veritas. You know, it really reminds us of his appearance at a Stop the Steal rally early on in this campaign when he was out there questioning the results of the 2020 election. And he's consistently sided with these extreme groups over and over again. And Project Veritas has been thoroughly debunked as an organization that tries to perpetuate misinformation. And I think that what Jack Ciattarelli should do is join us in denouncing the way that Project Veritas lured two women staffers out of our headquarters into a dark parking garage to confront them and scare them.
The things that happened in the parking lot I want to get into in a second, and I know that's separate from the video, and I want to talk specifically about the video for a moment. You can confirm that both the people on the video work for the Murphy campaign.
One is a consultant in the Murphy campaign, and one works for the Forward 2021, the state party coordinated campaign.
If they weren't recorded secretly, would they be allowed to talk about policies like that by the Murphy campaign publicly?
I think that that wouldn't exactly be in the purview of their job. But I think, again, like we're looking at something where you have a surreptitiously, secretly recorded tape that who knows how it could have been selectively edited. Project Veritas has a well-earned reputation for taking things out of context, for doctoring videos. I think this is an organization that has zero credibility.
Do you believe that the video was doctored?
I think it's obvious that it was selectively edited, yes. I mean, it omits any context of what the staffers were asked. It clearly doesn't present the full picture of the interaction.
I guess the most important question is the veracity of what was said. Is that the plan of the Murphy campaign, to mandate vaccines after he is elected?
Well, I mean, first of all, the campaign has nothing to do with policies that are set by the governor as an administration on the governmental side.
Well, wait a second. Let me stop you there, Philip, because he's been asked these questions before, and he said that it's not off the table, but it's something that he would consider. Not that he is considering it now, that he would consider. That has been part of the campaign, though. The issues and the questions asked are part of the campaign, are they not?
I think that the issue is really much more something that should be asked to the official governmental side. You're right. The governor has not ruled out anything. As why would he? Because he's always said from the start that he would use any tool at his disposal to deal with this virus, and that's why voters, overwhelmingly trust him on COVID-19. So I think Governor Murphy will make whatever decision is best for the state, as he always has.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that you made that separate from what the campaign is about. Could you explain why? What he may or may not do about vaccines is separate from the campaign?
I'm not totally following.
Well, when I brought up whether that was true or not, what was said, you said that has not been part of the campaign. I'm drawing a distinction between the official governmental side and the campaign side. Like obviously, the governor frequently discusses these topics at governmental briefings, at things that he's doing on the official side. What I'm saying is, two campaign workers have nothing to do with setting public health policy for the state. Oh, I understand that. That I get. I thought you were saying that the public, for some reason, wouldn't have a right to know that because it's not part of the campaign. No,
that's not what I meant.
Okay. I'm glad we cleared that up. Now let's talk about what you're upset about Mr. O'Keefe and the Project Veritas luring, I think we can fairly say that, allegedly luring some of your workers into a parking garage. And then what happened then?
Well, two women who work on the campaign received phone calls that said that their cars had been hit within the parking garage. Obviously, that made them, a little alarmed and put them in a stressful environment. They went down to the garage to see what happened with their cars, and when they emerged from the elevator, they were confronted by a group of men with cameras running at them, harassing them and trying to. I guess do some kind of gotcha journalism moment. And, it was really disturbing. This is, it's something that women, I think as men, it's not something we necessarily think about a lot, but women, deal with safety issues like this all the time, and to have their safety threatened like that while they're just trying to do their job is pretty disgusting.
I think the answer is obvious, but it's important to clarify. There was no damage to their cars. Their cars were not hit.
No, it was a lie and a ruse by O'Keefe and his crew to get them down into the parking lot.
Let's talk about. I think that's enough about the tape for right now, because we're now just a few days away from Election Day. Where do things stand right now?
Well, we're working hard every day. Chairman Leroy Jones, the head of the state Democratic Party, has been going up and down the state with Governor Murphy and Lieutenant Governor Oliver getting out the vote. We're still within the early voting period right now, which is, as you guys know, the first time in state history. So we're working hard to get every vote out. We have, a very robust get out the vote operation focused on early vote, focused on bringing in more vote by mail ballots. There's, quite a few voters of all parties who have not returned their vote by mail ballots. So we're working to get as many Democrats to return their ballots as possible, and then obviously building up until Tuesday, until the big day.
And things have tightened in the polls recently, but you're pretty confident come Election Day?
Yeah, we're confident in the position we're in, but we're running. The governor has said he's running I think he termed it a paranoid campaign. He's running like he's 10 points down, because we want to do everything possible to make sure that he's reelected. It's way too important to the future of the state to allow anybody to go to sleep here and allow somebody like Jack Ciattarelli, who's embraced such right-wing extremism, to get in here. It's too important to the working families in New Jersey to protect the gains that have been made during Governor Murphy's first term and continue to move the state forward. So that's why we're doing everything we can to get people out before Tuesday and then on Tuesday.
All right, Philip, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, Larry.
Philip Swibinski, spokesperson for the New Jersey Democratic Party. We get reaction from the Republicans next on Jersey Matters.